Skinny Shot on Hulu. I watched it, so you don't have to. I'm going to give you the review, but right before we do that, would you hit that like, hit that bell, and hit that sub to make sure I get all the notifications for the videos that I put out on this channel. Let's get right into it. I don't want this to be a long, drawn-out review. Just wanted to get on and kind of, I don't know, grind my gears a little bit about this. So The Skinny Shot is a quick documentary, about 30 minutes, available on Hulu. You can watch it, and it's all about the basically the GLP-1 medication craze, how popular it's gotten, and it really focuses on Ozempic and Mounjaro. So it really, those are the two drugs that are mentioned the most. Wegovy's mentioned a couple times as well. But you watch, so the first 6 to 7 minutes of this thing are just clip after clip after clip of Hollywood actors, comedians, entertainers, basically giving one-liners about either their use of the medication for weight loss, or some of them were using them for diabetes. And honestly, you're hearing clips the first 6 or 7 minutes. Again, this is a 30-minute deal, so it's like, 25% or greater amount of the time at the beginning of this thing is spent, talking about, how lazy have we gotten, and the dangers of Ozempic face and social media craze. You hear a lot about, the TikTok and social media, blah, 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 blah. And then one of the other thing is that, some of the comedians or whoever it was talking about Ozempic parties where people are shooting up with Ozempic. I mean, it's so sensationalized. The first chunk of this thing, the first fourth of this thing is just completely sensational. And they really build this thing up in the description of this video to be like, oh, it's causing shortages for people who need it. And honestly, I just have no time for the what word am I looking for? The sensationalization. I don't know. I maybe just made that word up. But the sensationalism of this whole topic when it comes to anything that's put out by the mainstream. I think that this is a glorified, this documentary is really glorified clickbait. Again, it does what it can at the beginning to pit diabetics versus non-diabetics and talk about access, and really where this thing kind of redeems itself at the end is the second half of the video really follows a few different people and their journey with the various medications. They follow a type 2 diabetic, they follow an anorexic, they follow a social media influencer. So it kind of tells their story and really tells about how these medications are life-changing for them. And that's, to me, where this thing kind of redeems itself. But, you can have redeeming qualities about things that are just garbage to begin with. And that's my opinion about this thing, is it's just more trash from, coming out of Hollywood about this medication. And it really loses focus by focusing so much on the sensationalism. I don't know, that word's never come up in my life. I know it's not a word, but anyway, the sensationalism of this whole thing and around these medications is just absurd. The reality is these are life-changing medications. I really think they're a miracle drug, and I don't really think it needs to get any more sensational than that. They're changing lives for both the obese and the diabetic, and I think that we can leave it at that without all the nonsense. Of course, you're going to have the small minority, especially the Hollywood types that are, taking this stuff for to lose a stubborn 5 or 10 pounds. But Hollywood is not reality, nor does it represent the breadth or the scope of what normal people feel, think, live, experience. I mean, it's all fake anyway. So it just kind of tracks along with that whole idea of Hollywood anyway. So that's my take on the thing. It's just kind of more clickbaity junk. I watched it, so you don't have to, but if you do feel like you want to watch it and give it your own shot, it's on Hulu. I can't remember what the name of the show is, but if you just type in Skinny Shot, you'll see. That's all I got on this review. Hope this was helpful for you. If it was, hit that like, hit that bell, hit that sub, and if you want to become a channel member to support the stream, you can do that by going into the description, finding the link that says become a member, click that, and follow the steps. Hope you'll join me on the next video, and thanks for watching.